So I'm currently at my summer house, in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a forest by the river, with no people around, just nature. And oh my god, you guys, I needed this so much. Since being stuck in a small flat in Leeds with no balcony and no garden for 12 weeks straight, on my own, without seeing anyone, right in Leeds city centre, with no greenery, with no one to hang out with, because I was not allowed to see anyone. I didn't have a car as well, and there was no public transport. I'm rebuilding my happiness and my peace here, because I started to go crazy. I know in my videos I might have pretended that it was okay, and I kind of made fun of the fact I was stuck on my own, but it was anything but fun. I didn't have any family close by in Leeds, and all my friends, they didn't have a car or anything. I know we were on lockdown, so they couldn't see me anyway. I was scared of getting ill, because if I was to get the virus and to feel really poorly, I didn't feel like there was going to be anyone to look after me. I have a lot of friends, but like I said, they didn't have a car. I wouldn't want to expose them to the virus themselves, and I didn't have any family near Leeds. And also the fact that I had pneumonia the year before, that to this day affected my lungs in such a negative way that I still struggle with breathing since I got pneumonia last year. So all of these things resulted in me being pretty scared of getting the virus myself. So I didn't want to leave the house either. I would of course have to go to the shop to do my groceries every week, but I limited times of going outdoors only for going food shopping once a week. So I would spend days without leaving my house, and that can be very detrimental to your mental health. If I wasn't located right in the city centre of Leeds, which was full of people, and there was nowhere in nature to go to, I would for sure go out. I would for sure go to Yorkshire Dales or something. Actually, I don't know if national parks hadn't been closed either. They might have. I'm not sure, but either way, I didn't have a car to even go and try to explore somewhere nice and peaceful. So my mental health really deteriorated. It really did. At the start I was panicking because I knew it was going to happen, but it wasn't until a few weeks in when I really started to see the fact that I was getting very unhappy and I just didn't know what to do with myself in the house. I was exercising a lot to be able to handle the fact that I didn't have anything to do with me. I couldn't go outside. I wanted to release happy hormones. I like exercising anyway, but I like exercising either outside or at the gym. To fitness classes, I absolutely love fitness classes with other people. I feel like people handle same situations in very different ways. Some that absolutely loved lockdown and the fact they could stay inside and not do anything for ages. But for others, it has proven to be a mental health drain and a mental health struggle, a massive struggle with mental health. And I was one of those people. I think with my situation of being on my own, that definitely massively contributed to how I felt, because I just felt so lonely and lost and deprived of all the things that I enjoyed doing. I am worried to talk about these things because I don't want to come across as selfish and insensitive. I know people have been dying, so I'll never feel sorry for myself, but at the same time I would much rather share how I felt through lockdown, so then you guys, if you are struggling with the same things, you won't feel like you're alone. You won't feel alone if you struggle with the same feelings, or you've been feeling down since lockdown, or you've been struggling to really get your happiness back in place. I mean, the bottom line is there has been people that committed suicide because of lockdown. There has been people that have taken their lives because of staying inside all the time. And of course, on the other hand, you have all these people dying, and I'm not trying to say lockdown was a bad thing or a bad solution. I'm not the person to really judge it and say what was right and what was wrong in the situation. I don't want anyone to feel guilty about being sad on lockdown, because I remember even myself feeling guilty for feeling this sad because technically I wasn't ill. There were people struggling to breathe. I had pneumonia last year, so I know how it feels to struggle with breathing, to not be able to breathe, to feel like this might be your last breath because you just can't take it anymore. And it's awful, and I have so much compassion to everyone who went through with it, to all family members who saw their loved ones struggling for breathing. So I felt guilty for feeling unhappy with my situation and feeling so sorry for myself, for feeling so sorry from being deprived of all these things that I loved. And when I say I was deprived of things, I don't mean bars, I don't mean pubs, I don't mean bars, pubs, spas, hairdressers or makeup people. No. I didn't care about any of those things, to be honest. What I was really upset about being deprived from was just seeing my friends, going out in nature, going out for walks, traveling was a huge thing for me. Traveling, going on adventures, going exploring, going to different cities and towns and nature parks and things. And just seeing my friends and socializing, that was a huge thing for me, because those are the things that I truly need for my mental health and my happiness. I don't need beauty treatments and I don't need hairdressers to be happy, but seeing my friends and being outside is actually a fundamental thing for my happiness. But please, you guys, it's okay to be sad, it's okay to not feel good with this situation within yourself, even if you are physically healthy, because your mental health is just as important as your physical health. Just as important. Just please know that all of this is temporary. Look at me now. A few weeks ago I couldn't dream of being here. I couldn't dream of being out in the wild, being out in nature, I couldn't imagine being surrounded by people who love me. And now it became possible. I don't know where you are watching this from and what's the situation in your country right now. Just remember that you will go back to your old life, you will start to appreciate it more, and that you will actually take over things that have been taken away and start doing them to the fullest. Now you lost it. That's for sure something that I've been doing. Ever since I've been able to spend time outside, all I ever do is be outside. All I ever do is go on adventures and explore. I still try to avoid crowds as much as I can, and much rather prefer places like this where I don't see anyone and I'm not exposed to the virus in any way, shape or form. It feels so peaceful and so freeing to just be outside. If you worry about the virus, go to places that are not attended, go to forests, go on Google Maps or Maps.me. Maps.me is actually a good app that I would recommend for doing things like this. Of course, this is not sponsored or anything, this is my suggestion. It just has Maps.me has a very detailed view of all nice viewpoints, ponds, lakes and possible attractions that are not the places that you would find under tourist attractions or places to visit online. It just shows you every bits of greenery, and it shows you all the bits of greenery, all the viewpoints, the rivers and the lakes and reserves, nature reserves that you could go to that you probably haven't heard of. Long walks is a big recommendation from me to you for mental health. I made a video about healthy habits for mental health during lockdown, which I can leave down below. That was the video I made when I was stuck in the flat, so all of those habits were made when I was stuck inside, and they massively helped me. Honestly, for someone like me to be stuck on my own for so long, it wasn't healthy at all. All my friends were constantly checking up on me, all my family members were messaging me and calling me, making sure I'm okay, because they thought I wouldn't be able to handle it so well, and those habits really helped me. So if you have to be stuck inside for now, then you can watch that video. But if you can, go out and explore. Look, there's like a little ladybird on me right now. It's amazing how many wonderful little species of animals are around us. I don't know if you can even tell. I'm planning to open up more about my life with you guys, and I have actually a lot of things that I could be talking about, so I decided to open up. Why not? Let's open up, let's talk. It's hard for me to open up and to talk about my personal life because I'm a very closed off person, and I don't mean on camera, I mean with people in general. I have a lot of friends, I have a few best friends, and none of these people know me that well. Like when it comes to like my personal life, my personal struggles or experiences, because I'm a very closed off person. I don't share these kinds of things. But I decided to change it, especially on my YouTube, because even though I know I'm talking to way more people than just my closest friends, it's actually easier for me to talk to the camera. Then I'm just worried that my emotions may not come across as genuine because I just keep them inside. I keep them inside. I've kept them inside for so long, I don't talk about these things. But yeah, we'll change it. So expect more personal videos, more vlogs, and of course fashion will also stay on my channel. I know I've had a break from uploading for a little while, and that was because I was sort of like moving out from Leeds. I'm not going to go back to Leeds. I think I've said like I'm closing that chapter of my life because I don't like to stay in one place for too long. I find staying in one place for too long very limiting. Leeds was great and it was a great experience and I really enjoyed it, but I'm so ready to explore different cities. I would love to explore different cultures and live in different countries as well. That's like my ideal thing, but how it will go? Only the time will tell. But anyway, you guys, thank you for watching this live update. Please like it if you did. If you have any recommendations for future videos, they're always welcome down in the description. I love you guys. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.